Okay, we got to do it.
So you gotta lift the part, man. I'm sick. I ain't got no haircut.
I gotta go in the mirror real quick.
You gotta play.
My hat sitting down good.
You gotta play the part.
He was like, I gotta go to get a haircut real quick. I'm like, I don't know, dog. Like, I think we're gonna be on the radio. I'm like, nah, I'm telling you, I know how this works. It's gonna be cameras everything.
Cameras everywhere. Who was this? This is
ringing.
Yeah, that motherfucker out though.
Gonna put the headphones on, we'll do a quick sound check. Make sure everybody sound right coming through the mic. Sometimes we gotta turn them up because some people talk soft.
We gotta make sure. Had nothing to do with us right here. It's gonna be.
You're gonna have me belching on air all day.
Turn my mic up. Yeah, sometimes you gotta enjoy that Friday, free day Friday.
That's right. Let me get a little sample recording.
You keeping these on, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep. So you can hear.
Yeah.
We shut the outside world out, man. We just get to
it. I feel you on that. Man.
Quick sound check. Shout out to everybody that's on the live. We on a special O.M.G. On My Grind live interview. Friday edition with man Chris Steele Edmonds, man. So we're going to get into what it is that he got going. The whole now we just doing our sound check. You know what I mean? Just making sure everything is good. Everything is good.
That be straight. Am I good? Sound check, we good?
You sound good?
I feel good.
You feel good. That's the first thing. You
feel
look
good. Sound
you
good.
Look good. You feel good.
It is.
That's it. So let me go ahead and get us live on air. Boom. Hey, yo, bro, you mind doing that air check for me? We are interrupting your regularly scheduled program. We're interrupting your regularly scheduled program for a special O.M.G. On My Grind live interview. So you gotta make sure that the music and everything is off.
You know, I ain't good with this shit right here.
Shout out to Multimedia.
We ain't know yet.
I don't know. We might be on air. You check it now. But good, do you think, bro?
Now to make sure he working my thing. My technology skills. I'm a dinosaur for real life. Don't let my fans know that. My people know that.
Hey man, it definitely takes like non-stop being at it in order to be good at it.
Yeah, we good now.
Totally dig it. Totally.
I'm on. We on.
How we sound, Biggs? How we sound?
We feel good.
All right. Long as the music's not playing and you can hear us talking, we good to go. There we go. There we go. All right, let's get the podcast set up. And we'll go ahead and get started with this interview.
It's a bit.
There it is. We're interrupting your regularly scheduled Friday programming for a very special O.M.G. On My Grind live interview with my brother Chris Steele Edmonds from ATU Athletic Trauma Unit. Holla at him, my brother.
I'm here.
He finally made it. Yeah, and we got another special guest in the building. Introduce yourself, my brother.
Man, it's T. James, man. I'm from Detroit, man. Y'all know what it is.
There it is, man.
Turn his mic up.
We can hear him good. Man. Shout out to Fat Multimedia in the building, taking care of the behind the scenes shots that we'll get up on the website. Shout out to everybody tuning in right now. Hey, if you was listening to the music and you was jamming, I'm sorry, but we're going to bring you some highly informational information today. We're going to get into my man Chris. Talk to us, bro. Welcome. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. It's been a good month.
It's been a beyond good month, man. It's been a great month.
Yeah, it's been a
great month, man. Talk to us. What happened this month, my brother?
You know what? I had a birthday this month, and then also through Allegheny County got a proclamation that this is now Chris Steele Edmonds month from this day forward in Allegheny County. And that's more than dope.
That is super major. Yeah. Super major. For those of you who did not hear that or wasn't paying attention, this man got a proclamation, not for a day, but for the whole month of January, man. The whole month of January. That's super massive. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to how the hell did you get here, man? So how do you get to the point where you get a whole goddamn month, a proclamation where the city of Pittsburgh recognized the month of January as Chris Steele Edmonds month?
Man, I don't even know. I got a call to come down to the courthouse, going to do this, but ultimately it came from this, me giving back to the community, and they took football to account, and then ATU as far as giving back, giving the free workouts as far as ways, Christmas toy drives, toy giveaways, and stuff that we do naturally. We bathe for a long time, so you know how we always gave back to the community, but it's more like getting recognition for that than ask for it. It's just more like they just like, you know what, I see you. Mm-hmm. Take that.
There it is. So we're going to journey back. We're going to journey back a little bit, man. Yeah. So let everybody know where you're from, what school you went to, and just some of the steps you had to take to get to this point, man.
Oh, well, actually, people don't know this, but I'm actually from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm an import, so I came here. I got some trouble in Atlanta when I was a young buck, about 10th grade.
Okay.
I got shot a couple times, and I was like, hey, it's time for you to come on. Like, it's time for you to go. You get the hell out of here. So
you gotta go.
Gotta go right now.
Gotta go right now or else. And then she sent me to Pittsburgh. I had no idea what was up Pittsburgh. She's my aunt's house. My aunt happened to live in Turtle Creek.
Okay.
Which is down the street from the Wolverine.
Right.
So I ended up going to Williams High School, played football against what my better judgment. I hated football. I just played because it was like everybody's playing football,
So ho.
I was a hooper.
Okay. So you was a hooper.
I was a hooper.
And you just got into football because that was just
because
what was
it was
popular.
Pittsburgh. Nah, Pittsburgh. They don't care nothing about
they say
basketball. Yeah. So I'm like, well, you don't play football? I'm like, I ain't say I can't play football. I said I don't want to play football. I'm a hooper.
Right.
They said I know George Novak, great George Novak, Williams High School Hall of Famer. He's like, hey man, just come on, try out for the team. Totally against it. I played 4 games my junior year. I had a scholarship to every school on the right half of the United States.
God knows.
Literally.
So it's one of them things where I don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna show you how to do this.
I'm gonna do it just because.
Not just I'm gonna do it just because. I'm gonna show you I can do it.
Yeah, just because.
You don't end up with a scholarship just because you out there playing. Just because you end up with a scholarship because you can do it.
Yeah, because they feel like they told me I couldn't. Like, you say I can't. No, hold on. Put the shoulder pads out. Go ahead. Got you real quick.
What position did you play?
I played outside linebacker and tight end.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what college did you end up going to after you got those scholarship offers?
I picked West Virginia University.
Okay.
Yep. I picked them because Don Dillon told me in 11th grade, he said, you come to this school, you're going to be a 4-year starter, you're going to the NFL. Now, imagine telling a 17-year-old that. He told me with a straight, he looked me in my face, he's like this, you come here, 4-year starter, and NFL is your future.
Man.
And it's exactly how it happened.
So he must his skill set must have been phenomenal. Like,
actually, believe it or not, no.
You don't think?
I was a better athlete than a position player. Like, I can do things athletically, but I wasn't like a football player. I wasn't just athletic. So I wasn't going out there killing everybody. It was more like they had the potential. And I talk about we talk about with you, we talk about with the kids, like potential sometimes supersedes the ability to do things. The potential, like, hey, I can see that in you. And then you put people forward and you pay it forward on that. So I think he did that, like,
So those are the things that they refer to as intangibles. Those are the things that you can't coach.
Yeah.
That's just the stuff that you just got bred in you naturally.
Hey, I had a dog. I had a dog, you know what I mean? So you can't coach that.
At all. And you can't teach it. That shit got to
teach it. It's dog. It's like,
not only
dog is in you.
Yeah, that got to be all the way in you when it's all said and done with. So you get to West Virginia. Talk to us about your collegiate experience, man.
Man, best place on earth. I got recruited. Mike Logan. I'm going to say this like I say it now because I'm old, but I turned 44. But Mike Logan had me down there on top of Don Dillon telling me, hey, you going to be straight. Mike Logan had me around 100 different chicks and handed me an envelope of money and was like, you come here?
Right.
This get used to this.
Right.
I was like this. Man, what a paper at, man.
Let's sign it out.
I signed 11th grade. I was like, I'm going to commit 11th grade.
11th grade,
11th grade committed to West Virginia.
Man. So that's like the real life program in real life.
Yeah, it was real life.
Man.
He won't hear you say that, though.
So listen up. Anybody that had an opportunity to check out the program, it was his story, man. It was his story.
Real rap. Real rap.
That's what's up. So, talk to us about your freshman experience, man. A lot of people, talk about college and want to go to college, but they don't understand like what that experience is like. Talk to us about what that experience was like. You walk into, and then West Virginia is not a small university.
And it wasn't.
That was at the time we were in the Big East at the time, right?
It was huge. Like I don't know if people follow it now as far as like West Virginia goes. That's big time.
Right.
At the Big East back then, it's like you line up in everyday game. It's like an NFL game. Edwin James,
right.
Man, like you line up every week. It's like you're playing the NFL. Michael Vick,
right?
Everybody. So getting there as a freshman, I thought, this dude told me like I'm gonna be the shit. In the minute, like, hey, I'll be the shit. I was a proud American. I'm going to college,
right?
And I got there, and I was one of many.
Reality check.
Oh man, I was skinny. I wasn't all this right here. I wasn't husky. I was skinny. I was 185 pounds. They was like, yo, get over there with the rest of them prayed on Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they all scrub. Like, you a scrub too. Get over there with them. We got Amos Vera. We got Mike Logan. We got Mark Bolger. We got
Amos Vera was down there with you?
Yeah. So meanwhile, this dude bench pressing 405 with no spot. he jailhouse on 405 right there. So I'm like, maybe I do need a red shirt. Maybe I should red shirt this year because it really was. You was a giant in high school, but then you go there, it's like a million giants, and they ain't really feeling it. It's like, hey, well, get over there. There's some scrubs. They always all Americans, so you had to earn your way,
right?
So you can either sink or swim at that point. So you get out there, like, you know what, I'm gonna take this year, grind on.
So was red shirt optional?
Well, red shirt back then, which they don't have now, was more like you red shirt or you take a scholarship, you can go on.
Right.
So they're like, you ain't ready to play yet. Ain't no sense of wasting this year.
Right.
You run it down on kickoff.
Right.
Red shirt, about red shirt back then, the kids don't know now, when you red shirts, you don't play, you only practice, you don't travel, you just pretty much practice player. You just go and get your ass kicked all day and practice.
You're a real life tackling dummy.
In real life.
Real
life tackling dummy for a whole year. I'm like, so meanwhile, my mom like, this is a proud American. Just yesterday, it felt like. And then I go down with tackling dummy.
Wait a minute, hold on. Didn't you say I was going to play all 4 years?
Yeah.
What the hell happened to that?
And the thing was, it still was the truth because he was like, well, you just ain't ready to play. You didn't prepare yourself to come in here to play right away.
Right.
But I ended up being a 4-year starter after that year.
Okay.
So it was like he wasn't lying. He just knew that I needed some guidance. I needed some get right. You know what I mean?
No doubt. So you get past the seasoning process, right?
Yeah, that's like those shake and bake when you put the joint on, you put it in the oven, the chicken ain't quite ready, you figuring it out.
That meat ain't quite ready yet. We gotta let that marinate.
Yeah.
We gotta let that marinate. So you get through that process, you enter your sophomore year, but that's your freshman year as ever, because when you get redshirted, you don't lose your.
You're pretty much you're still a freshman,
right?
Redshirt freshman, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So talk to us about that second season.
So now you go into it's time to play, figuring it out. So my first thing I remember being in was my first play I ever played in was on kickoff, and it was versus the Marshall.
Okay.
And if you don't know, back then, Randy Moss was starting wide receiver for Marshall. Chad Pennington was the quarterback.
Oh.
So I run down, my first play ever played in my life, run down, full speed on kickoff. Randy Moss back there with the striped socks on, the Nike striped socks. Remember the striped socks on? Full speed, 210 pounds, soaking wet, run down full speed. Like this. I saw him, I dodged one through because I'm so excited. And I saw him catch the ball like this. And we did like this. Me and him both fell backwards.
Man.
So I got credit for the attack. My first college play ever was a tackle, Randy Moss.
God, no shit. Yeah. Now you talking greats. You talking about people that had, like really super dope NFL careers. I mean, Randy Moss redefined, to me, whenever you get a term, like that just shows your greatness. Like you literally redefine like what is it, popular culture. Like kids don't say, "Ooh, he caught a touchdown pass." Like you got Moss.
Yeah.
like you don't hear that. You got Jerry Rice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I hear like Randy Moss's name, like I always like take it to another level because I really like see the cultural significance of the impact that he had. in the position of wide receiver, and you tackled them on your very first.
And then after that, we proceeded to kick their ass. The first half, it's like 42-7. And then we saw Randy Moss appear. He actually got drafted based on that game.
Dang.
We came out and said, I don't know if they gave him some crack cocaine. I don't know if they gave him some Adderall, some
stuff.
I don't know what they gave him. We came out, it's 42-7. At halftime, he came out 42-14, 42-21. He scored every touchdown.
God, no sense.
And I was like, so somebody, please, could we double team him? Could we do something? I'm on defense, like, he scored every touchdown. We ended up winning the game by 3.
Right.
But he scored every single touchdown after that. And I was like, this dude is not all hype. This dude is serious. We knew.
Right.
We knew we were going. We knew like he was throwing the ball like we can't stop him. He running go routes. We just kept Moss and everybody.
Right.
If you watching this, dog, like if Randy Moss, somebody tag Randy Moss, man.
Somebody tag Randy Moss.
Man, he Moss. I don't want to say no names on here because of respect for my school, but I remember his names vividly. Number 3, I'm gonna call.
I'm gonna give you the number. Y'all gotta go through the ESPN archives.
Mossing ass the whole time. I'm a linebacker like this. Can somebody please defend this dude running down the football field?
Who got him?
And he's skinny.
So you were starting defense at the time?
I was starting on defense.
Man.
And I'm like, okay, well, this is wrap the game up. Now I'm trying to get your stats. I'm like, okay, now it's 42-7. Get your stats. We're gonna get my little 2-3 sacks. We can get an interception. I'm like, no. Jack Henry was like, damn. And he torched us, man. We almost lost the game at home.
Oh,
up 40.
Man.
I'm still mad about that.
Man.
Most, man.
But that's like a hell of an experience and a hell of a like memory to know like you actually lived through like significant moments in like sports history. Like that shit crazy. Talk to us about as you journey through your collegiate career. We had a trainer on a couple weeks ago in which he was talking about like it was his dream to make it to the NFL. And he played for Slippery Rock and he gave it his all, but unfortunately it didn't happen for him. What was your experience and what do you feel you brought to the table to be able to help you get to the next level? I don't think I was really caught up on that when I got to college, but when I saw dudes leave like a Mike Logan, Amos Zeraway, Mark Bolger, listen to these names, folks.
John Thornton.
These are the guys that he was on the field with, folks.
And I'm like, so you're not thinking like Gary Still, so you see them, then they come back. And they come back, and I know it's elementary, but it's like, when you 19 years old, like this dude came back in the blacked out Yukon this now.
Right.
This dude came back with jewelry, crazy at our game. He ain't get no teeth walking on a football field with flip-flops on, just visiting.
Right. And
at that moment, I like, I don't know what I can't be me right now. So mentally, my mind checked on to, I'm going NFL. I ain't really leave that open as, I ain't want to make that not an option for me. I'm like, that's what I'm going to do in my career outside of football is going to be secondary. I knew, going to my sophomore year, I'm like, going to NFL.
Okay, that's what I was about to ask. So
I had my mindset.
You've seen it by the end of your first year playing. You knew, like, all right, when I get into this season, this is what I'm focused on.
But it came back from that freshman year. Like, they would told me that, but like, you ain't thinking. And then you thinking that you get this, like, all right, this is kind of uncharted territory right here. And I don't get it.
Right.
The NFL dudes coming back, but then when they put that faith in you going to a football field, and Big East is like the top conference at that time, like, now you start. As a redshirt freshman, like, you start now. Like, I'm like, damn, like, why can't that be me?
Right.
And then, came the sophomore year, when I started getting that little pub, and they're like, well, you preseason. All Big East, and I'm like, what you gonna do? But I'm getting interviewed to give me little nicknames, and you see your name on the little on the schedule, and everything. Like, like kind of achievable right now. But I didn't want to not make that my ultimate goal. I didn't want to half-ass it pretty much. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the NFL then. So I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. So every time I looked at that, I'm going to the NFL. And there's no other option for me. I'm gonna graduate this school. I'm going to NFL.
Okay. All right. So did you graduate or did you?
I actually did graduate.
Okay.
I graduated. I was going to come out my junior year, and I had a really good junior season, but I hadn't graduated.
Okay.
I mean, and I'm be honest, I was half-assing. Because I had college credits in high school. I could have figured it out, but I was floating through school like, I just halfway through. I got
program, ladies and gentlemen.
But the crazy thing is, I got a gift that I passed on to my daughter. We don't got to study.
Okay.
I remember things real easy. Like if I see something one time, I remember your board out there. I can see it.
Right.
I look at it when I came back. I remember your whole board. Like I see things one time, I can remember it.
Wow.
That I know it. And I'm being smart.
Good.
It's just like I remember it. So like, you give me something like, all right, cool. Regurgitate it, put it down, it's fine. But I'm getting an A, but I ain't really.
You ain't putting forth the effort.
I'm not putting forth the effort.
But it still happened.
It's still happening. So then I should have asserted myself because I could have graduated as a junior. But I was kind of like taking that little 13 credits they make you take to be eligible for football. I'm like this. I'm getting an A on the paper. I could have took 17.
Right.
And then been done to get my master's. But I was like, well, I'm just going to the NFL. I ain't really worried about it. And I wanted to come out my junior year. I had a really good season. I had like 100 tackles. I had like 14 sacks, like 6 interceptions. I'm like,
super dope.
But I didn't graduate.
Right.
So my mom was like, I just want you to graduate from that. Because I knew if I go to that draft, I'm not going back to college.
Right.
Like, it's over. Like, in my mindset.
So let me ask you a question. How was your thought process between weighing the money versus the education? Because, like, writing through here, you see a lot of these athletes, they're coming out in their junior year, and things that, to the point where they even changed the rules, because some people was leaving, like, after their freshman year, and then they changed the rules for football, that you had to at least do what? I think that would do 3 years? Yeah. So talk to us about what your mindset was, and what that challenge was like, NFL draft versus finishing my education.
I was all set to come out, but, I hope you don't mind me using his name. I use Charles Fisher from Alabama, actually.
Okay.
And he was a rookie. Came out first pick, second round, and I'm still in college. I'm like, damn, like I'm gonna come out. I'm going, I go do that. He played. His career lasted 4 plays. He tore his ACL. So I'm watching the game like this. Oh, my man Chuck Fish out there.
Right.
Boom. He had posted an article recently about it. Like he's doing really well now. He represents all these dudes as far as being agent or whatever like that.
Okay.
So, but cut back, ran corner, boom, boom on the ground. I was like, damn. So in my mind back then, before the social media, before we can do all this, you kind of earn your way without really having to pay much money. I'm thinking to myself like, damn, like what's my next step if that happened?
Right.
Okay, I come out. What's my next step? So actually seeing that, I was like, let me get this 1 year left in school. Let me finish. I actually graduated midway through the season.
Okay.
So I was already a graduate playing football, so I didn't even go to school. My second semester of my senior year, I was like training for the NFL.
Nice.
So I was like, what's a gift to be able to have to see. Unfortunate for him, but I got a chance to see people that did it before me to do it the right way.
Right. And I think that's really powerful for you to be able to share. Because a lot of people don't really get that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, let me just go ahead and take the money. Not really realizing, like, just like that, your career could be over.
Yeah, money ain't real, man. That money is short, man. I mean, like, I feel you, man. We talking real, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
My rookie year, I had 6 cars. That money ain't real. Like, for real, I was going out, everybody got these little, what they call little eye watches and like that. Back when they had the Jacobs and the bezels.
Yeah.
So, I ain't gonna say his name. We talking. I'm like this. I'm getting all this money. I'm like this. Ooh, getting money. We going. I'm coming back to Pittsburgh. Hey, man, we gonna go back to Atlanta. We going out. I was like, man, you got my new joint. And the dude on my team was like, I got that same watch. That shit dope, right? He's like, how much you pay for that watch? I'm like, I ain't gonna say. But he was like, damn, that's crazy, man. Because I paid way less than half of that. You know why? Because this ain't real. He's like, but who gonna tell me this watch ain't real? I'm an NFL football player.
Right.
Like, so that brought me back to perspective. Like, what am I about here worried about getting robbed and all this different stuff, $100,000 off the chain,
right.
But meanwhile, somebody took my wrist that quick. He was like, man, look, I just got this for fun. We playing around, but at the end of the day, my money is stacking. Right. My money is sitting in a place I can't even touch it because when I get done, I'm not working again.
Right.
And he schooled me to that.
Nice.
And that put me in a different place. That put me in the place I'm at now. Like I ain't spent the NFL down since got done playing.
Nice.
Like that money's sitting in a place I can't get it unless I'm out of here.
Uh-huh.
When I see it, I mean, I'm in heaven. I'm gone. Somebody can spend it for me. Like, but
so that's
it's a
like
good place,
creating generational wealth.
Generational wealth. You
yeah,
put that
absolutely.
up, but you don't get that. You know, they don't tell you that. They don't speak on that. They don't tell you.
I mean, you're really like putting emphasis on the importance of having intellect. You know what I mean? And actually using your brain in this process and not just going off of your sheer athleticism. It has to be a combination, folks. You have to be able to put both together in order to actually maximize the opportunity. So let's talk about how you got drafted. Like, you know what I mean? So you get through your senior year. You already said you were graduated prior to the end of the season. So you're training and all of that stuff there. Talk to us about Pro Day and just that transition from college into the NFL.
I'm gonna keep 100 with you, man. It was like an organized slave trade.
Okay.
Man,
so I seen
it was an organized slave trade.
Colin Kaepernick's little documentary that they did. The lady who produced that. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name or whatever. But he talked about that saying
it's a very organized slave trade. But the thing is, it was more like you get up there and they see you. You go playing these big time these blue-gray these games, and then you get up there and they like go up there and get draws like, and then they like. Turn to the side and turn this way and put your hand on the side. See how long your arms are. See how big your hands are.
Who are these folks?
That's deep.
Man, white people that probably never played a football game in their life, to be honest with you.
That's deep.
I mean, be honest. We being honest right now.
Being honest. Say it again.
So I'm out here like this dude is like 5'4", looking at me like, oh, he got long arms. Maybe to the point where they want to see. You got like your teeth, you got a cavity, you got a cataract in your eye, you got anything. Like I'm looking at like this, like they dissected my whole this dude, no, I can suspended the 4th grade.
Right.
I mean, like, so I'm like, they're like intellect, like they're putting tests in front of you to say like name this color, but not say the color, but not the name of the color. So you'll see a circle that say yellow, but it's blue on top. So they're trying to like fuck with you, kind of like, you know, like it's some shit that's like elementary school. But then if you don't think about it, like it's like, why they fuck with me? You know what I mean? They don't have nothing to do with me making a tackle or catching a football.
Right.
But it's organized. I'm up in my draws, and people are taking pictures and snapshots. You know what I mean? Like, and it was the most. I don't feel the great ever. You know, I've been through a lot. I don't really care about a lot. But I'm like, damn, like I'm up here, and they're trying to just sell me off to the nearest team, and I'm gonna make them a lot of money. I'm gonna get paid too. And at that moment, I said, when I get in here, I'm gonna find out who make the most money and go talk to them.
Right.
Because like you said before you even said like, the only thing that has expiration date is athletics.
Definitely athletics.
It's like your body has expiration date. You can't do the same thing you can do. Like mentally, I can keep up, but physically, I can't keep up. It got an expiration date.
Right.
And Father Temple undefeated. Right. It's like pussy is.
Right. Hey, we just talked about that on my 2 cents. There's confirmation. Erica Ray, if you're tapping in, they're going to get confirmation.
It's undefeated, man. It's undefeated, man. Like, it's undefeated. You can't win.
Right.
You can't win. So, like, I felt like it was organized slave trade. I feel like I was up there, and they measuring me. Like, it was like, man, I only know my really height and weight because of them. I'm 6'3", even. 6'3", 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. I weighed in a 150.010000 on the chart. I remember vividly. I remember my draws. My penis. I'm like, oh, like I'm sitting here like this. Turn to the side.
Like a
bend over,
specimen.
literally bend over, touch your toes, and then like this. I'm in a physical. I'm getting drafted, and they wanted to hear everything. They wanted to see you run, jump, lift, and it was like, boy, when I get here, I'm gonna show my ass when I get up here.
So that might be why there's so many players that play with like such like aggression and animosity.
You don't got that much time. You don't got that much time, so I'm gonna show my ass in this little bit of time because I ain't playing with y'all. I only got 10 years to play. Especially if you're the quarterback,
right?
You really kind of got 10 years.
If that,
I got 6.
If that,
you an injury away.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you just mentioned that you had the homie from Aliquippa that came to the school. You know, his first time out. Second, boom, it's over. It's an ACL. And I mean, I guess now with like the advancement of like surgical technology and all that stuff, they can kind of like repair stuff a little quicker and kind of salvage it. But still, it's still a great risk.
It
you know
is.
what I mean? It's still a great risk. So to be able to again have that mindset, to be able to shout out Tito's, man.
You gotta shout out Tito's.
Shout out Tito's, man. Shout out Still for bringing the Tito's through, man.
Oh, man. I hope there's more to come, man. Brother Briscoe's come down. TJ, TJ come. TJ to the game, man. TJ ain't bring the team. I thought he had time. He bring the team up, but probably better we didn't because you got to do something later. You got to be on point later. I can't. I don't got no musical. You know what I mean? But you know, me and Dion go. So we just talking shit.
We're on the same page. We're
on the same accord.
Right. So again, it's about having that combination. And to the youngsters that's listening, the youngsters that have an opportunity to tap in, or if you got a young student athlete, just help them understand the importance of the marriage between the brain and intellect. You know what I mean? Because student comes before athlete. So being able to put forth that mental effort that it takes to acquire the knowledge to go along with the athleticism that God blessed you with. Because a lot of times when you talk about, especially when you're coming from where you're coming from, like a lot of this stuff that you're referring to is just like God's gifts. Like you just had like a physical ability to outperform other people who you know were in your peer group at the time. So after draft day, who you get drafted to?
I get drafted to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I get out there.
Okay.
I get out there and they were like, "Ooh, I got my hat on, I joined the crib, I'm happy." And I go and we won 2 goddamn games my rookie year. The first time I've ever been on any team from the time I played a organized sport to right then the first time I ever had a losing season.
Right.
But people don't know like that my first head coach is not Marvin Lewis. My first head coach was Dick LeBeau.
Okay.
People don't know Dick LeBeau coached for
Pittsburgh Steelers. Only real Steelers fans know about Dick LeBeau.
But he was the head coach at the Cincinnati Bengals my rookie year.
Man.
And it just was like even being there, like walking on the football field, you seeing like, damn, that's Jerry Rice.
Right.
Damn, that's C.E.O. Spikes. Damn. That's Tom Brady my rookie year, but he was a scrub like I was.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this, hey, we gotta work our way up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like coming back in this 2000. But it was just crazy just going through that, and now they balling. I'm proud of them. If I get a chance to shout them out, the Bengals, I'm rooting. I'll be in front of my TV at 3:30.
Man, we had
on Sunday.
We had a little disagreement with somebody that I'm cool with in regards to, like, you know, whether or not you go for your division after your team is out, right? And so I'm a personal believer in, like, you know, statistics, right? So I want to be a part of history. I want to be able to say I'm one of those guys that sing like, the Steelers win, you know, 6 Super Bowls. You know what I mean? Like, we still are ahead of the division, and there's nobody like that close in the division. Right. So, shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals. My man Bricks Baby believe they are going to make it to the Super Bowl and things of that nature. I ain't taking nothing away from the Bengals. It just so happens that they're in the AFC North, and you know we want to be able to still have that super championship, AFC North championship
you gotta bring
divide.
It home. You gotta do something.
I'm a true Steelers fan.
You choose to the game. You in there for real. They've been shitty for like a couple of years.
And they got like 3 or 4 more years of just bad football in them. And if you don't know or understand,
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of them too. I'm a fan of players. Feel like I like the dudes. I know them. You know, but now to them, I'm the homie, the big homie. I'm the old.
You the goat now.
They to the point they come down to them having a party. They say, nah, man, ain't coming down there, man. I party too hard for me. Like I age to that point. Like I ain't fucking with y'all because y'all party too hard. I'm going with my lady. I'm going to chill. You know what I mean? But I root for them because like I remember like you know just being that young buck and having a lot of just people being pulled 1,000 ways and had somebody to hold on to that was sincere. Like that was your friends, your frat brothers, your girl. Like it's hard to hold on to people when you get to that level because I mean even when you do music or you doing your thing like it's hard to find out what's sincere. So it's like you know shit you just want to make sure that people around you are sincere and authentic. So you hold them tight like come here. You know, you might not go but you know you still got their best interest in mind.
Absolutely. So we just tapped in to part 2 of this interview for the second half. Because remember I mentioned like our podcast interview was only a half an hour, but we ain't even touched the surface. So we doing a part 2. This is the beauty of independent media, man. Listen, when you own a lane, you can do the shit you want to do. You can do the shit you want to do. So we in part 2 of the podcast. You know what I mean? Because I mean I think that what you're sharing is very vital, very important for people to be able to hear and know. So we just gonna keep it pushing. Right. So talk to us about like how you felt when you actually stepped on, you know, an NFL field, NFL team. Like, you know what I mean? As a kid, we watched this shit, but you actually live it. That very first game that you
It was all exciting until them shoulder pads got that clacking, and everybody became even. It was like this. Like I literally walked out there, I'm like this. Man, I watched y'all growing up. Then you can't be a fan. I'm like this. Like I really don't care about your welfare right now. Like mentally, like when I play defense, like I don't care about what you got going on in your life. But it was hard to not see. Damn, Peyton Manning. It's like ooh, Edmonds James. Ooh, damn. That's what I'm like this. So like this. But then, after warm ups, you thinking like this. Like then I was like this. Damn. Chris Edmonds.
Yeah. Who am I? I don't know who I am.
I mean, me, I'm like this. I came to not be kind to nobody. Like I'm a sole believer. Like all through college, people trying to say that. Like after I put them shoulder pads on right now, I don't care nothing about nothing.
It's war. It's absolutely.
I don't care nothing about what you got going on in your life when I hit that football field. So when the whistle blew, you got done seeing the names on the back, and you got time to see everything happen. It was like this. Yo, hey, yeah. Bring some of that, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, they on here for
Sorry about that. Hey, that's all point of being independent. You do what you want to do. Come on around here, dog.
Hey, man.
Sorry about that. We just had an intermission.
There it is, man. Shout out to
you might as well shout him out real quick. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it today. Come on, God. Come on in.
Yeah, come on in, man. There's a stool right there. You can set everything that's on that stool on the floor right
I was drinking out water, but I was like, I really
cup?
wanted this.
You already got your cup?
No, I think I might need another one.
All right.
Sorry, but I know y'all.
Yeah, there's a stool right there, brother. Grab that stool. How you feeling, man? It's good to see you again.
Great to see you.
Come on in. But I mean, ask you a question. Like it was so intense until it was like go time, and I forgot everybody's name, everybody's number. It was like I gotta kill you.
Right.
It's time to go. You know what I mean? Cut.
Yeah, because I mean that's what people don't really, I mean I ain't gonna say people don't realize, but when you actually play the sport, you realize like man, as soon as that whistle blows, all bets off.
All bets off.
Man. It's war. It's absolutely war, man.
You know about that.
And you got to have that level of aggression and that level of physicality to protect yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like keep your shit tense. And in order to protect yourself. So, man, all right. So how long were you in the NFL? How long did you stay at the Bengals?
I played 6 years. I got hurt one, actually. So they circle back. I told my ACL. I was playing out in Oakland. I'm playing both ways, playing both sides of the ball, playing offense and defense. I'm playing linebacker. I was one of the first players to play both ways on offense and defense in the NFL.
Right.
At like not a Deion Sanders, but he was playing like I was playing a physical position like linebacker and tight end. Tight end.
Oh, okay.
Same time. So I'm running and we're playing the Raiders and I hope I don't know if anybody watching this because he's white boy or whatever, but Bill Romanowski might be the dirtiest player I've ever seen in my life. Like he was dirty.
We caught dirt from Bill Romanowski on film, so I could just imagine how much shit didn't get.
So I'm playing both ways. I didn't turn my jersey up before they had the people that you can wear the jersey one to the other. So I get out there and I try to run a route. He grabbed me like this. I couldn't move. I mean he hit me so I'm trying to run a route. Coach he's like, man, you can get up the ball.
Right.
Come on, play the next time. I had Bill Romanowski with that boom, boom. I hit it with that big bang.
You got it with two.
Hit him off the ball. I didn't play defense. I came back off and hit him with the bang.
Right.
Killed him. Made an out route. Boom. Kept the ball. I saw him. I did like this. Caught the ball. Turned. I saw him fall. Ooh, I got him. Turned back around. From ACL.
Oh.
Like I hit him with the move. And I was on the ground. I was like, damn. I think I was hypertension in my knee, but I think I'm all right. And then I saw the dudes, like the trainers running down the field like this. No, stay down, I'm trying to get up and stay down. I'm like, oh, this is a hypertension.
Right.
Like, stay down. Like, then I saw the guy point to the other side of the field like this. It was a big, if you've been in Oakland before, that Las Vegas, but in Oakland, it's they baseball. In
football,
baseball,
the baseball and football field.
So it's like it's pleated. It's like
you see the baseball diamond in the field, right.
So I was in a predator field. It was this much grass. So a pleated grass was thrown from here, like 3 feet away. He's like, your cleat kicked up that much grass and threw it over there.
Ooh.
Stay down.
The opposite way.
And I sat down. I was like, I've never been helped off a football field in my life. He's like, stay down. I saw that cart come down off that railing, off that on the pass. I was like, shh. click, click. I knew it. I started throwing them gloves to the fans. Like, oh man, you gonna be all right. You gonna be all right. And I was in the room by myself. And my knee, they was like, I think you might have, did something to your knee. And I was like, sitting there, I'm like, all right, something good. And, adrenaline's still pumping.
Right.
I'm sitting there by myself waiting for the doctor to come in. And my, the sweat starts sweating, to start coming off, and you start cooling off. And then my knee got bigger and bigger and bigger. I was like this. Yeah, I think this is time for me to go into the hospital now.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, at that moment, I was like,
adrenaline set in, adrenaline stopped flowing, and the reality set in.
That reality, like, this might be it. Actually, they told me that, like, this might be it. Because the way I tore it, I tore my ACL, my MCL, and part of my PCL did some wild stuff to my knee, but it was non-contact.
Right.
Because he never hit me.
Right.
I just shook him.
Right.
But I turned my knee in the grass, and I say it was non-contact, so I don't know what you're going to do. But you work hard, and you might better walk again. Like regular.
Whoa, they said walk again.
Like walk regular.
Not return to the
Yeah, like
sport,
I might better walk regular.
Dang.
And I was like, at that moment, I was like, yeah, you got me bent. I'm gonna play football again. Just because you said that,
right?
I'm not gonna be settled. I'm not gonna settle for nothing less than just playing going back to football. I actually came back. I was running full speed in 2 months.
Okay.
And I actually ran a 4.45 after that.
Nice.
So
Did you get faster?
I ran a 4.45 coming out. That was my target.
Okay, that was your target. I want to get back to where you were.
At 250, when I want to make sure I run that when I come out. So when I time, my last time I was in Atlanta training, boom, came out, boom. He looked back like this. 4.45. I was like, call the people, I'm ready. Call the people, I'm ready.
So you transitioned back into the season.
I did.
You know what I mean? Get back to the team. And talk to us about what happened thereafter.
I played, and then one day I woke up. Before the end of the season, we had a pretty good season. They made the playoffs. And I said, I'm done.
Oh, you said you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I retired. I believe that if people don't see it, like I believe people see like Gronk did it, or like what Tom Brady going through. When you wake up one day, it's over.
Right.
I don't have the energy to put forward to it. I didn't see none of my kids being born. I missed every holiday. My birthday, January 1st, I never didn't celebrate my birthday. It was always football. Since I was 18 years old, I missed every single thing. And I was like, you know what? It's time to go.
Right.
I want to be able to walk away, not be pushed away.
Right.
And I was told him, you know what? I think this is it. I got a call. Me and Mike Tomlin are cool. Me and his kids like battle together on the football field, chasing on them. I know them. So I'm sitting on the side. He's like, "What you gonna do? You gonna come back like this?" No, sir. Like I went back. I couldn't give you all of what I was because I ain't into it. Yeah.
What you missing it?
You know what the thing is? Wasn't an injury. I think it was more like I felt like I could provide more for my city. Not playing football, like football, they gonna love me, but like, dang, that's not real love.
Right?
They love me because we doing this, but like for real, like I want to.
Oh, you definitely see it. You definitely see it. You're only love when you're doing well, because as soon as you fuck up, they got everything to say about you.
Everything to say, like, well, I'd rather do this on my own terms. And I don't want to go and play football to do it.
Right.
I ain't worried about getting hurt again. I ain't worried about nothing like that. I just want to be able to put off my city in my way.
Right.
It was time for me to do it my way.
Okay. So talk to us about your transition from the NFL, from the rock star lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like you're an NFL player. Everybody know who Chris Edmonds are. And the whole nine. Now you're back to civilian life. We'll use that for lack of term. Talk to us about your transition from.
Hey, it's crazy. It's crazy because it is. Ain't you? But it's called it's the terminology for it. It's called the Brett Favre syndrome.
Okay, talk to us.
They were like, it's hard. It's not the football. It's the notoriety that fuck you up. It's like the not being able to be known for. Right. That's why I like the entertainers. They can hold on to that a long time. But when you're playing football, if it's been 3 years. You ain't heard about no Joey Porter. You ain't heard about no Brady. You heard about dudes a long time, but about their name being said on TV, their name being said out loud. We're talking about right now. So I speak on. I talk about football. I speak on old dudes because they like their name being called.
Right.
But if you're not okay with your name not being called on ESPN every week, it can fuck with you.
Right.
Mentally, like you're not the man no more. Like somebody else is the man. You got to be okay with someone else being a man, and you fade into the sunset. I was okay face of the sunset, but everybody ain't built like that.
Right.
So I was okay going to be like, I'm gonna get a job. That's how we met.
Right, exactly.
Like, I'm gonna get a job. Like I want to do something. I want to do something impactful. We worked for the CIS program. We were doing that, and I was like, that's what I wanted to do. I was going to work with kids, figure out my way in.
Right.
To deal with the kid that was me back then.
Right.
Because
ultimately, you didn't really have the opportunity to experience childhood because you was involved in athletics.
Always moving
on a high level.
Yeah.
So when you're on a high level, it's not just during season. It's like you got the season, then you got to prepare for the season.
The preseason, like it's always
in the preseason.
Everything is a season. I think right. You can put whatever season in front of it. It's always season.
Right.
Post season, it's like always something that you got to do. So you never. I don't know how to not get up at 4:30 in the morning.
Right.
Till this day, and I still don't know how to not get up. At 4:30 is habit.
Right.
I still get up and work out at 5 a.m. I wake up at 4:30. I go to the gym, and then that starts my day because that's a habit, it's a routine. I'm 44 years old.
Right.
I've been on this for a lot of years. I do the mathematics. I've been doing this. I've been on that level since 18.
Wow.
So like,
that's amazing.
So it's a matter of you just making sure that you just maintaining and keeping that going, and then teaching it. I'm more of like a dude in the teacher mode now. Like I get the chance to be the big homie. I didn't know what that meant because you talk like, oh, so big homie. You say it so loosely, but then you really somebody's big homie. You got to stand tall and do the right thing.
Right. So you talked. How important was it for you? Because you mentioned like you wanted to work with kids. How important was it for you to be able to connect to the younger generation and be able to use your experience as inspiration?
It was because I feel like as we aging in and we get our businesses and corporation stuff rolling, I believe they don't see that.
Right.
They don't see it. You know what I mean? So they don't see us balling out as young
business
black men, as business owners like this.
Legally.
Like, got a food truck. This was like this. The kids like this. This is your child. Like, dang, you don't see my face on the side of you? Can't believe that? Like, is why is that unachievable for you? Now, I didn't say that out loud, but I at the school,
right?
People like this can be you. I'm like, get on the truck. And maybe talk about this. Get on the truck.
Come see it.
Come see it.
Come feel it. Experience it.
I'm not going to shoot you from nothing. I want you to see that this is not unachievable. Like I'm easy to touch. You can call me. I've reached up, shake your hand. We can break bread all the time.
Right.
And I'll never hold secrets. I'm like, I'm not trying to hold the secret to the.
You know what? People, our people. Can we please get out of that mindset of feeling like, okay, we walked the journey, we put in the work, and it's on us to harbor the information. Like we got to be able to help lift us up. That is the biggest negative in our Tito's. And our culture, you know what I mean? Because we just feel like, once we get to a certain point, we don't want to share the information. We don't want to tell you how we got there to be able to inspire you.
We want to hoard it.
Yeah, we want to hoard it. And that's such a hindrance to the culture as a whole, man. So shout out to you for being willing to be able to share your experiences and be able to, be willing to help people get to the point that you have and be able to see things through a broader perspective instead of experiencing life from a point where you just feel like everything isn't for us.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything isn't for us. I know me personally, I always tell the youth that I work with and interact with that, the only limits you set on yourself, are the limits you set on yourself.
Right.
The things you don't achieve are the things you tell yourself you can achieve.
Yeah.
Anything that you're willing to work for, sacrifice for, and grind for can happen.
Right.
And you know what I mean? You're a testament to that. So I appreciate you, my brother. So you came in working with the youth, and then you started to get into your own business. Talk about, what was the importance of you opening your own business, like the food truck, the training and everything like that. Let people know how you got from working for somebody else to saying, you know what, I'm doing this shit for myself.
Man, listen close. I got fired. I was working.
On your day off.
I got fired. Let me get my water real quick.
On your day off.
Man, I did got fired. Matter of fact, we played on a softball game that day, didn't we, when I got fired?
Yeah, I don't know what day you got fired.
That day it was June 21st.
We definitely had a softball game that day. All right, fam, we appreciate you coming through, man. Likewise, man.
I'm tuned in, man.
Hey, man, like I went to work and I got fired. But I always had people around me who was like, man, I don't know what it was. It was more like they were always telling me, you was included.
Right.
You, G. Rob. I remember like a couple of vivid people, like it's been a lot of years now. I got fired in 2014. June 21st, 2014. They were always like this, man, like, I don't know. Like, maybe you should be doing something else. Like, I always had a very vivid opinion. We had them little conferences, and I'll be the first one.
Right.
I don't like that. I was okay.
You always challenge status quo.
I always challenge
because it sounds like bullshit. Like, let's just call it.
It was always bullshit. And I was like this. Well, like little shit, like they're putting rules up like this. Well, cover your tattoos. Like, I'm an interview with these tattoos.
Right.
You know what I mean? You told me this. So now you're changing it up based on what you want to do to get the people out that you want to have out, to get what you want to have in. And I challenged them. Then, well, lo and behold, I got fired. So then let me know, like, the people who were telling me, and I testament to Dion, G. Rob, like Mark back when he was alive, rest in peace, Mark. You know what I mean? Mark, you know what I mean? Like, dudes was like, man, like, you got something else going on. Like, you can make 100,000 people do the wrong thing, or you can make do the right thing.
Right.
You got ability to take them to do the right thing. So I'm like, man, do your fitness thing. Like, I don't know what it's gonna take. So I went out there. Believe it or not, I went out to the football field at Woodland Hills High School. I posted, I'm like, hey, I just want to train. And at that point in time, I'm trying to earn my certificate for personal training through NASM and everything like that. I'm like, well, best thing to do is practice. Went out there, I posted. First day, I was out there by myself.
Nobody showed up.
Woodland Hills Wolverine by myself. I said, hey, you look at my Instagram, go down a little far, you see a picture of me by myself like this. This is what I did. Second day, 2 people showed up. But end of the summer, I think at that point in time I had 500 people on the football field. Nice. And I was like, what are we going to do next? Like, it's like, well, make it into something. So I started picking out the logos and the, trademarking and the shit, you know what I mean, whatever. And then going back, and then the food truck came. It became like a just ongoing cycle. Now we're here, years later. But it was
I have to make a mention of something about this food truck, man. I had that, is it like a Beyond Burger, a veggie burger?
Oh, yeah.
I swear on everything I love, I have not had a better hamburger since. It was about 3 or 4 years ago. It was during the August Wilson celebration.
You came down to the door. You were like, oh, what you doing on
that? Shit was so good, and I haven't had one since. I swear to God, next time I see y'all, I am pulling up to get that damn burger, and I might get 2 or 3 or 4, because that is the best burger I've ever had. My bad. That is not a shameless plug. That is a real, is real life. This is my real life experience with that damn burger. So you started getting into the training aspect. People started showing up. How did you come up with the name?
Crazy thing is, one of those trainings we was sitting out trying to piece it together, and that was like, my training was like 2 hours long. It was hot outside, and my homie was like, my homie Troy, my homie, I shout him out, Troy Jackson. He was like, yo, this is like kind of fucked up what we just did. Like, what the fuck was this? It was like this. Well, I had to play. We did 4 quarters. Every quarter was 30 minutes.
Right.
So we'll do upper body, we'll do cardio, we'll run the steps. You've been to arena. That's like
huge.
Oh man, every step is like stepping on top of the table.
Right.
He was like, man, like this is like trauma. Like this is terrible. Like this is like athletic trauma. And I was like this. Athletic trauma. Then we put a unit because we was all out together. A team. There's a couple of us out there, everybody started coming. Athletic trauma unit. And I was like, that's it. People see ATU. I say ATU, so most people don't know what ATU means. ATU is athletic trauma unit. And I put a hashtag in front of it because ATU actually is Auto Transit Union. I found it out. Okay. So I tried to trademark it. Like, this is Auto Transit Union. But a hashtag being smart because the young kids, y'all young bucks know everything. Young bucks know everything. So they said, like, if you put a hashtag in front of it, somebody say it, it's hashtag keeps on carrying.
It keeps carrying, right.
So like, damn, so now I'm like, hey, you ATU, hashtag ATU is like, when you put that at the top of every search that you got. I didn't know that. But there's some young bucks like,
and it's across platforms. Like people, like I hope y'all realize it's across platforms too. So if you hashtag ATU on Facebook, you're gonna come across it on every platform.
Every single thing. As soon as you put a hashtag A, like ATU,
right?
So it hashtag everything. So if you're young out there, you trying to brand something, hashtag it because that's what you gotta do. Make sure that when they Google you, that you're the first thing to come up.
That's it. So you started getting into the training. You found out the name through experience, people. And, I'm out of shape. I can't do it. I get tired walking up the steps.
Hey, right now.
I need some training, my brother. Help me out.
You can do it. That's a Dion, man. Right now, hit me up. I'm Crystal Edmonds on every single thing. Athletic Trauma Unit, ATU at Gmail. I know mine gonna kill me. I gotta look at my thing. You look at Facebook, ATU. Instagram, my name is ATU _ still or whatever one backwards. You know, I'm getting new. I'm a dinosaur. So if you want to look up anything,
if you hashtag ATU,
yeah,
just hashtag ATU, you'll be able to
everything.
There you go.
So, and you look up their website, ATU. What I'm looking at, ATU.org. That's it.
Nice.
So you have the website, look up ATU, it comes up right away, so you'd be good. So look up anything. We have schedule. We have workouts per week. They're all free to the public. I'm starting a new football sports clinic that I'm going to do next month. I'm going to do it every Saturday next month. This is for the kids come out, just make sure they get the fundamentals down. And on top of that, food truck always going to be rolling. We're going to do what we're going to do. And then other than that, every workout you're going to going to be free, group workouts. Shout out to we partner with Greater Valley Community Services in Braddock, 300 Holland Avenue in Braddock. And we also partner with Highmark, Operation Back to Life, do all that. Charles Cook, shout out to him. We do everything. So, you know, we got everything rolling.
Nice.
It's all good.
That is such a beautiful thing. Tell us about this food truck. How did the food truck come about?
Man, I woke up one day and everybody hit me up like, how can I eat more healthy? Could you give me a food plan? And this, I'm like, I'm just gonna get something to show y'all.
Right.
So the food truck falls under the nonprofit, which is helping people to eat healthier in food deserts.
Right.
They call them food deserts, like places that you can't eat healthy food in a mile radius. So I looked it up.
Sweet.
It's
So
a big lack of it.
yeah. So you can't really. I try to monopolize the market as far as like people being able to eat healthy in a certain circumstance or for a certain area. So I picked Braddock first. I'm like, well, if I go to Braddock, how long would it take me to eat something healthy? So I'm like, damn, I can go out to Monroeville. I can go to Swissville, maybe, and that's Subway closed and eat park closed. So like, I'm thinking about things up eating healthy. So I had to really travel about 15 miles to eat something that's decent.
Wow.
That's not like fast food or a barbecue spot. No shade on none. You know, everybody got their own thing. That's fine. And so I wanted to get something to show them. And that became in the form of a food truck.
Nice.
It was very, very sporadic, like anything else I do. I went to Maryland. Dude had a food truck like this. Let me get that one. And he was like, I'll deliver it next week. I said, bet. When I got that food truck, I didn't know how to turn it on. I ain't know nothing about it. He was showing me he had real crazy broken English, whatever like that. I'm like, this, well, drop it off, I'll figure it out.
Right.
And we trial and error, we come up with a good menu. So now we're talking about, we did like turkey burgers, we did black bean burgers.
I can't remember which one I had.
You had the black bean burger, you can't that. We did chicken, we did salads, we did everything, but we just did trial and error. We figured out what worked for our audience. And I took the food truck to the workouts, and I just started giving people food.
Serving the food, man. So instead of trying to get a meal plan, now they could just come and plan their meal off the truck.
They don't even know. People don't know. I was going to do the workout and be on the food truck cooking afterwards. Like, hey, how'd you get from the workout? So everybody, at the workout, everybody talking like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Meanwhile, I'm on the food truck like this.
Preparing.
Getting
it together.
And they're like, how'd you do the workout and go cook afterwards? I'm like, well, that's what it took.
Right.
You know,
right.
So, yeah.
And all of that came from the absolute necessity. You know what I mean? You still got to be able to take care of yourself. So it's like, you know, you took what you had naturally, what God blessed you with, which is God-given ability for physical, like, enhancement. Like, you know what I mean? Training, just being in shape and all of that stuff there. And you created a business behind it. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you gave it free to the people so that they could, you know, see the benefit of it. And then the city has acknowledged you for the work that you have done.
Oh man, don't do it on your look. You let me get inside myself in here.
Man, is that not like just the definition of excellence as a whole, man? Black excellence. And again, I like to be able to bring people in to be able to serve as inspiration to those who are out there trying to figure out, like, you know, what life is, you know what I mean, and what the potentials and the abilities are. And
what you gonna do? Man, I didn't interject, man, but like, you know, you from Detroit. We've been here. You know what I mean? But people will be shading Pittsburgh heavy, man. Like, this is a very livable city if you're doing the right thing for the right reasons.
Right.
Like, I decided, like, I ain't want to play and do bullshit and, you know what I mean? Like, I wanted to do it. So it's like, you can live, like, I ain't leaving Pittsburgh. Like, I'm good. I have vacation.
Yeah, that's what I meant to
I'm with
ask
that,
you.
man. Like, I'm with that. I'm with
you
Pittsburgh,
were originally
man.
from Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm from
and you
Atlanta.
decided to keep your business here and not, like, after the NFL, you could have been anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
And you chose this.
I got a lot of offers. When I started ATU, when I got invited to the White House, Obama got that award down there, they was like, man, you can be, I got all these offers, like, why don't you bring ATU here?
Right.
Bring ATU here. I'm like this, well, it wouldn't be as authentic. Like, I mean, I fuck with Pittsburgh, man. Like, I mean, like, like it's easy for me. Like, it's easy to move. Easy, like, it gave me a whole month.
Right.
I'm gonna turn my back. I'm gonna just up and leave when it's still uncharted territory to get in and help people get in shape and help people learn and help people get in shape. Like, I believe I only touch part. Like, Pittsburgh is bigger than you think.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't. I mean, it's only a tunnel or two exits away, but I still can do more on the north side. I still can do more on the south side. I can do the west end. I can still do more in Murray's. I can still do around the way. And I just ain't done yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I ain't through. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I touch base with the people that fuck with me when it wasn't it was just Chris. It wasn't no Chris Steele. When it was like, this dude there, this a dude over here. This little dude over here.
And I'll never forget when we had that conversation. He was just like, man, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah. Like, I asked, I said, what you gonna do, bro? Like, that shit crazy.
Figure it out.
He said, I don't know.
We was down in Liberty. Down by Palm Boulevard. Yeah. What you gonna do? Like, we just get some headphones. Yeah, what you gonna do? I said, I don't know. But I think I got a plan. Figure this shit out, though. I ain't gonna quit. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you got your brother here, man, from Detroit, man. Let's give him a little bit of
shout. Man, can I put he been working my camera the whole time. He been putting you on. So I don't put him on, man. I know we got a little bit of time, man. But I only say this because just like how we grew, you was working at the place before I was. You brought me in, you welcomed me in, you ain't shaved me, you kind of put me into some stuff. Like, it's hard to go into a situation where people feel like they might overstep, they might try to take over your spot, but you was almost like, like, this us. If whatever happened, either based on your talent, if you jump over me, it's based on what you did or what you gonna do, or what the situation be. But we did this as peers, and I feel like I should always do the same. Right. And we talking about like brotherhood and stuff like that. And then this is my frat brother. But at the end of the day, I will never go to a place and not look at what I can do for the next person coming up that's doing with some sincere network and sincere love, sincere energy. Like, I don't like that. I don't like to be dumb.
And
like,
there's so many people who don't understand that perspective. Like, there's the power is in the numbers, man. Like, the more people that you can impact and bring under your umbrella and help them get to where they are, like, the better it is for everybody. It's better for the ecosystem. It's better for the culture. It's better for
overall. Overall, it's better. Like, I get hit up all the time. Like, the original conversation is about a food truck. Facts. And that's happened to go in space. Like, damn, you going dope. You know what I mean, on the lyrical tip. Right. But like, I will never not share that. Like, people want to like hold on to it like it's like a big secret. Like, when if you got a business, like, I want to share your shit and want to make sure you're cool. We're going to do that because everybody should be on air. It should not be only Chris Edmonds month. We should all get a month. It's 12 months in a year. We all get a day or something. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Lady saying, who else can get a month? I went down there thinking like myself, like, I'm down with ever. I'm like this. He's like, how'd you get a month? Like, I guess it was just being me. They call me. But I think to myself, like, who else can get a day or a month? Who else can get on the podcast? Who else can go down the street and not be bothered by bullshit? And who else can go to a place and they recognize them and do shit like that? Like, it's not unachievable. Right. You know, I think everybody can be on if you pull somebody up and then that person get on too. You know what I mean? I ain't dragging on with it, but I brought it up to say, man, I think he introduced himself better than anybody. I know, but he do his thing from Detroit, and he dope. I would like if I had any wishes for my little last couple of days of my month here. I got like a couple of lists on my days. My month is over the 31st, but I'm until next year. But I want to hear him speak on something more lyrically on here if you don't mind. I don't want.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna bless me for my birthday. You know?
Yeah, for your birthday. We
My
gonna say
birthday.
it's for your birthday.
You got any music on SoundCloud?
Yeah, no, so I got everything on hand right now. Like I can send you whatever you
What you got on SoundCloud?
Oh, this is this stuff I don't know about right
Yeah,
now.
man.
It's a technical part right
Give
here.
me your name. Give me your name.
T James. No, it ain't nothing on SoundCloud. I can email you anything though, right here.
Yeah, send me an email to admin, ADMIN, at GrimoRadio.live.
In the meantime, maybe box for y'all.
Radio.live.
No, it's fine.
Give us some freestyle.
For real, yeah, for
Freestyle.
sure.
I ain't got nothing for you, man. I ain't got no talent. I can run and jump. That's it.
That's what he said. I can't do nothing with this music shit, but I can run and jump fast. I can run fast and jump high.
I can jump high. And if you leave it up to anybody, I can outsmart you if you give me a little time.
Hey, clearly, because you definitely learned the game. You were able to see the obstacles and the pitfalls and be able to navigate them and use the abilities and the resources that were afforded to you to your advantage and not fall victim to the pitfalls. Because even like in professional sports and just in like even with working for the program we work for the whole nine, there are so many different obstacles that come up that you have to be smart enough to be able to see past, to be able to actually be beneficial.
But at the end of the day, I know you're going to take care of that while you're doing this. I want to say this to you. Are we doing this? But I believe I've been watching you put this together for a long time, since I've known you since 2010, 2012, whatever like that. And you've been putting together a platform for like kids and adults and people with talent, people just like do things through the program, just put people on you. And I want to make sure that you recognize like Ramo Radio, he won't shout himself out enough. You know what I mean? Like he doing this, he be on there, you see his videos like, man, come see this, come see such and such, come do this. But like for real, come see him. Because we in the studio right now where a lot of people don't get the chance to see this. Like a lot of kids.
And it's open to the public.
It's open.
Like,
it's open. I mean, I want him to drop his name, but I think that he don't shout himself out enough. And it's a big deal. Like he came in and showed me all this. I'm like, oh, yo, we down here chilling. It's a big deal, but I believe that you need to be shouted out too.
I appreciate it, my brother. I appreciate it. And the reality about me is, man, I don't really do nothing for accolades. I do it out of necessity.
Right. And
me traveling and having the ability to be in other cities and other markets with this music stuff, I really realized like this was a component that was missing here.
Right.
And you know, so much stuff here is based off of affiliation, who you're affiliated with, who you know. You got to be in the know to get the information and all that stuff there. And I just felt like, you know what? And then working with the artists and seeing so many barriers that they run into.
Right.
You know, getting in the studios and, you know, engineers not following through on the stuff that they needed to. There was just so much. I just said, you know what? We need to have a place where people can just come and create. I'm not a creative. I don't make beats. I can't, you know, I say I can't rap. I can rap, but I'm not a rapper. You know what I'm saying? I don't produce. I don't shoot videos. I don't aspire to be a rapper or a singer or anything like that. But I believe in the arts and I believe in the people who believe in themselves.
Right.
And there's so many people who take advantage of those individuals because they know like, oh, this person believes in themselves. Oh, I know that they'll do anything. So let me sell them some bullshit. Let me sell them some chitlins and tell them it's turkey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I seen too much of that happen. And I wanted to build a place to be able to give people an opportunity to build from without all of that rhetoric and BS. And I'm thankful to be in this position, and I appreciate you, you know, acknowledging that because I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, I know you ain't gonna say it.
I'm doing it for the people.
You be too humble, man. Like, man, look at this whole joint down here, man. Like, people need to. I wish I could walk around right now with my shoes off and show everybody out here, man, what's going on. But I mean, I want y'all to come see it though, man, because you're providing a lot of opportunity for people, man. Like, you don't get it, man. Like, it's from Detroit. Like, you don't expect to even run into nothing like this from this profession.
Right.
You had everything rolling. You've been doing this for a while. You always promote. You're always doing your thing. Always put people on. But tell you what, you doing your thing. People, you know, you need to be acknowledged too.
I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. What's up with you, brother? So we got these two records. We got Mint and War Stories. Talk to us.
Yeah. So man, I'm T James, man. Like I said before, from Detroit, Michigan. I'm from the East Side, man. And I came to Pittsburgh like 2 years ago, man.
Okay.
Like Pittsburgh, it's been treating me well. Like I ain't got no complaints. You know what I'm saying? I'm down here. I'm getting my master's degree, so I'm finishing a master's degree at the University of Pitt in April. So I'm like 90 days away. But long story short, man, like the rap is like how we said earlier, it gotta be in you, not on you. Mm-hmm. So for me, like I already knew it was in me. You know what I'm saying? From the go, and the way the market's going and the way it's just going, I take full advantage of every opportunity that's presented to me. Once I can map it out and see if it's really beneficial or if I'm wasting my time, and just looking at what was going on in the rap industry and like the vibe that I could bring and you know what I'm saying, what I could bring to it, I just already knew that's where I belong.
All right, let's see if that's facts. I'm a fact checker. Let's see what this Mint 2 is hitting for.
Okay, wait, hold on. Turn my headphones up. Hold on, what are you gonna do?
Too hard.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Here's some Tito's.
One of them was.
Shout out to Tito's, man.
I meant to put that shit on, you can tell by how I smell. I meant to put that shit on, you can tell the way I walk. I meant to put that shit on, you can tell by how I talk. I meant to put that shit on, you can tell by
my favorite joint right here.
Baccarat number 9. We're up at Nina's, nigga, ain't no way to lie. But Lindsay 42 and get my dog a 45. This jacket, it was light, but I paid like 35. My biggest pet peeve is when a bitch be wasting time. Niggas talking crazy. They don't even be outside. Don't worry about a bitch shaking ass up on live. Fuck a price tag, I'ma pay what it costs. Louis collar zips, nigga, we ain't all the cost. Niggas talking crazy like his bitch can't be bought. I took her to Chanel when she lost her train of thought. Now every female love going to Chanel.
Talk that again?
Every female love going to Chanel.
I'm meant to put this shit on, you can tell how I dress. A million only denim, I just love how they feel.
They are.
Wearing shit y'all can't get. Nigga, she foreign and she lit. I have my fun and revive. I just really spent the dime. I thought my bitch is gonna be fine.
My camera sit up.
No, they be trying.
I'm meant to put that shit on, you can tell the way I wear. I'm meant to put that shit on, you can tell how I smell. I'm meant to put that shit on, you can tell the way I walk. I'm meant to put that shit on, you can tell how I talk. I'm meant to put that shit on, boy,
It wasn't by mistake.
bitch love my face.
She ain't care about the date.
Couple shoes bloody
Like my roof, Chris stays.
got me taking trips
To different stores in different states.
These lame niggas out of money.
They really out of place.
They really out of place. Got me
I
taking
gotta turn it up. I gotta turn it up.
Yeah, you hear me? They really out of place. Turn me up, man. Like, you hear me? This is my second time in the studio. I did that job. You hear me?
He said bring something back. He
Now,
said
war,
bring-
now,
Hold on, before we do that. I'm gonna worry about
and look, and
Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me?
Hey, yo, I'm not driving. Hey, if you're tuned on to the live, now it's supposed to come pick you up. It's over.
It's over.
Get an Uber. Get an Uber. I'll call a friend and come pick you
It's a
up.
celebration.
It's a celebration.
Need something big, homie?
Straight.
I'll make sure you. I ain't want to just make sure you want good.
You hear me?
Talk to us about war stories, bro.
So war stories, like, bro, everybody got a story, bro. You
Right.
see how you got still in here? What he do? He just told you his story.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like rap, this is just an expression of a story. So for me, like, you know what I'm saying? I went to prison before. I had a full scholarship before. Everybody got a story. It's just depending on how you're going to tell your story and which way you're going to express your story for people to feel it and understand where you're coming from.
Okay.
So I feel like for me, with my story, like, I know how I feel to be in the joint, in jail. I know how to feel to be up in the section in the club. Like, they're going to play my shit in the jails and in the clubs. Like, and in my story, I'm just speaking all facts.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So let that play, and you know what I'm saying? You can see the facts for yourself.
Let's see what this war stories is hitting for.
Oh yeah.
200.
It's how you coming?
Really?
A million get a dinner. Shirt made by Room, red bottles on my bitch. She just call him Lou.
Ride around on the east, that always get me in my mood.
Got Lil Curry in his back.
He steady clutching on his tooth.
Never know what bag I'm in. Little nigga just be cool. Put him on the menu. Treat his ass like food. Having flashbacks to the joint.
It was weak Timbs and blues.
I'm the type of nigga that sit back.
Let these hoes choose. I recorders in the orange room.
You was grown too. Man, away for these niggas.
They be really on you.
In my head the whole time.
I be little boy in you.
You just went to get a bag.
And wouldn't know what to do.
I ain't never wrote this thing.
None.
Never touched the stage.
None.
Niggas that was hating.
Same ones turn fans.
I sat down for
I'm I made a 5-year plan, but I done triple what they did in that 9-year span.
I'm still on parole,
So it's fuck Uncle Sam.
doggy keep the heat.
That's why I call him Bam. Figure out like it's two of me, no, this ain't nothing new to me. I can't be fucking
Truthfully, bro, I mean respectfully, it's all so separately.
You can't afford this recipe, why bad bitches check for me? Take it in right now.
For me, she eat the dick essentially. What's her name, Stephanie?
No, I think it's Tiffany.
I'm just had an epiphany.
It ain't no nigga lit as me. I did my time on all 10, I wasn't looking for no sympathy. Free my nigga B, he and his joy still go away.
Cool nigga, smooth nigga, ain't never been no fool nigga.
So when I went to school,
So what? It just helped me kinda fast.
why I'm thumbing through these blues.
You nigga, don't get this shit confused. Been a what?
I ain't never been to two, nigga. I'm the point. I tell them when to shoot, nigga. Like, what's the point? How the soldiers they gon' shoot, nigga? Let's prove a point.
That's exactly what we gon' do, nigga.
Nigga shot at me and missed. We call that a tip. He a shooter with no license. Where you ride on his tips?
COVID really over,
But we still checking tips.
my brother showed me in the trap how to bag tips.
That bag still laying, so we ain't stressing shit.
You know you can't feel it,
You can't even question it.
shit. You can't even question it.
You heard me?
Yeah, I went to school.
I was raised in a trap. And yeah, I play it cool cause I'm surrounded by these straps. I once played fool, that's when youngin' turned rat. And one wrong turn, nigga, ain't no turning back. That's why I play it close and they'll never understand. Your nigga play you foul, start switching up the plan.
That's why I move different.
Motivation for the trenches, for the niggas undrafted and coming off the benches. I'ma keep ballin', let God be my witness. Niggas like to talk a lot, they need to learn when to listen.
I gotta move different.
It's been a listen.
Real niggas scared.
We the last ones left. Shit been going good since hard joy the next. Off a sports bet check. Sam doing what up? I'm running up on their ass. He dies, man.
So you want to rap right now? I
heard
can't
me?
even rap. I wish I could rap right now.
TJ!
That's light though. You know what I'm saying? That's light, man.
Shout out to the homie T. James.
Well, if I could rap, well, I would
Fresh
say
in the
something.
city.
something
Hey,
like
we
that.
gonna put you on My 2 Cents next Tuesday. Every Tuesday from 9 to 11, we do a live radio music review show called My 2 Cents. Start Erica Ray and Mr. Loud. We get a couple people come down and they review the music. And if they select, then we put them in rotation every Saturday from 8 to 10 on Grandma Radio Live.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
yeah,
Let's do it.
Yeah. This shit's ready to go.
I got shit in the clip. Like, I just put it to you just right now. I got shit ready. You hear me?
He ain't no punk. He do it.
Well, we gonna get to it, brother. You seen the facility, you see what we do. You know what I mean? This is just a small component. You know what I mean? Like, you got to literally go on the website and go on the Instagram page to see how big we really do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be at it. Like, I could literally be in any city at any given time because I get calls to be everywhere.
He is right. He be going like, you know what, I'm in Missouri.
Missouri,
I'm out here in
Kentucky,
Utah, man.
Atlanta,
It's snowing.
Miami.
You think I'm in Miami? They're like, he's like, I'm in Aruba, man. What the fuck are you doing?
We working, baby. We working.
Hey,
I
we
working.
my whole thing is like, I like to put,
Yeah,
people
here.
into. I ain't got no talent, but I know when I hear something good, I know people do good things.
Absolutely.
And then y'all do that.
Absolutely. We appreciate you, man.
It's,
So shout out again, man. This is the
invite to the
O.M.G.
concert. Let me to the concert. I want to, before y'all do that, before y'all get all big and big-headed on it, give me 2 tickets for me and my lady to come to the concert.
You backstage.
I know. I gotta do what I want to be in the crowd. They be rushing the crowd.
Yeah.
You know, black people that got trampled down on like that. I don't like to be. I'm claustrophobic. So meet me backstage at the joint, and then we'll party afterwards, and I'll set out a little something. We can have some pop bottles. We can do
Absolutely.
a
Have a
little
good time. Have a
something
good
nice.
time. That's what it's all about, man. So again, this is the O.M.G. On My Grind live interviews, man. We typically do it every Monday from 5 to 6, but we ran into some snow issues, some weather issues, and safety is always first, man.
Right.
And again, ownership is the key, and because we own the lanes, we can tap in at any given time. We don't gotta get no approval. We just do what we do, man. Shout out Chris Steele, ATU,
My man.
Athletic Trauma Unit.
Definitely.
Shout out Jay Thomas coming through, giving us some dope fire. Did I say that right?
T. James.
Did I say
So you looking on the email. T. James.
T. James,
T.
man.
James.
Yeah,
on the
T.
email.
James in the
Shout
building.
out
My
my man.
apologies.
Your grandma. mode.
Shout out to Tito's.
It do something to you.
Backwards, you gotta flip it.
Yeah,
It do something to you.
got me all hip. Hey, make sure y'all tune in.
And my man, he was
Two
getting
Fat
everything.
Multimedia in the
Yeah,
building.
he was doing everything right. He do everything right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you know what? I'm mad. He got prepared parking. We parked outside. He parked underneath the VIP underground with the Mercedes.
We got truck.
We got truck. Our cars ain't you know. I ain't want to put that on here. I ain't want to say that on. I know y'all got different things happening. I ain't want to put it on the radio, but we parked outside and then they parked in underground, and they, you know, so we here, and then they there. So next time
we all here. That's
no,
what I meant.
remember my old school joint. Now next time I can, you know, my parking be different when they snowing.
Yeah, you get the VIP parking, bro. You get the VIP parking.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And man, shout out to everybody that tapped in on the lives, man. Shout out to everybody that tapped in on the Instagram, on Facebook, man. On ATU's Instagram, man. Shout out Jay Thomas for coming.
T.
through.
James, I know that Tito's.
Where the
My
fuck
shit
is
too hard now.
Damn.
Come on, hey, my shit too hard for you to be fucking. Hey, I know my shit too hard.
Yeah, man.
TJ.
Shout out T. James, man.
Yeah.
God damn, man. I'm tearing it up, brother. But you know, we're going to get it right. We're going to make sure you right down here at Grandma Radio, Grandma Music Worldwide. Make sure y'all tap in. Again, for all those who are artists, we got the Media Famous Showcase where we're giving free studio time, unlimited distribution, free photo shoots, free custom song links. We're giving a lot of free shit for $25 registration fee. It's going down next Thursday, level 2, Media Famous Showcase. Winner, we got first place, second place, and third place prizes that you ain't gonna get nowhere else. So let's do what we do, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Shout out Chris A. Steele.
Tag me on the two so I can make sure we get it out.
Absolutely, man. And shout out to everybody that tapped in, man. This is Grandma Radio Live. We about to send y'all back to y'all regularly scheduled program.
We on. That was dope.
Absolutely, man.
That was more than dope right there.
I gotta go to the bathroom, man. This Tito's got me bent. My bad, T. James. I got you. We still on the live. T. James is still in the building.
That shit gonna come together. Hey, they gonna know. Hey, they gonna know.
Hey, your joints, man. I've been making your joints, man. I'm like, I can eat the first three. I'm like, this is dope. You hear me? Yeah, dog. Yeah, you know, always making sure brothers good, you know?
Got it.
Always. I make sure brothers good. No, I don't play around with that.
I already knew as soon as you said it, I'm like, fuck, I'm
To
here.
put my joint. Oh, that's Rich, but we'll get him out here. We're going to do that.
Why Rick Lee? He has something to do.
I don't know. He be always running back and forth. It's yours, right?
Yeah.
I've been putting up stuff on my internet and stuff anyway, so I gotta finish it before we leave. Only way to go. We gotta finish it. Yeah. Hot boy, ain't no.
You ain't gonna have that's how it be.
No, I ain't know that in hip hop.
Look, I just got this shit back I did last night, though. I did the. Hold on, I'm gonna let you hear it. Yeah, I waited up more last night and put that shit in. Because when I did the video, the little Yo Gotti shit, I did it, and then niggas like, bro, you gotta put that on wax. Like, that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he gonna edit out the photos and have them to me in a couple days. So I'll get them to y'all.
Bring your cup on. We gotta finish it before I
Oh man.